Welcome. In this lecture session, we'll learn normal or also known as Gaussian distribution. Gaussian distribution is a continuous probability distribution. The probability density function PDF for a Gaussian random variable is given as f of x, the subscript capital X, is equal to sigma divided by square root 2 pi into e power minus 1 by 2 bracket x minus mu divided by sigma whole square, where mu is mean, sigma is standard deviation, sigma square is variance. First problem, to find the cumulative distribution function, in short CDF, of Gaussian random variable. For Gaussian random variable, the PDF is given by f of x is equal to 1 divided by sigma square root 2 pi e power minus half bracket x minus mu divided by sigma bracket whole square. The CDF equation is given by capital F of x is equal to integration from minus infinity to x fx of d into dx. Substitute fx in this equation. Call this as equation number 1. I am substituting equation 1 here into x 1 divided by sigma root 2 pi e power minus half x minus mu divided by sigma whole square into dx. Put mu minus x divided by sigma root 2 as y, okay, substitute it as y. Then derive the above equation with respect to y. The derivative of above equation with respect to y. The derivation of mu is 0, so minus dx by dy, this term x divided by will be there, so we'll get 1 by sigma root 2 is equal to 1. Derivative of y with itself is 1. Therefore, dx is equal to minus sigma root 2 into dy. Just multiply here dy. We'll get dx is equal to this equation. We have put mu minus x divided by sigma root 2 as y. Now, on the other part, as x tends to minus infinity, your y will tend to plus infinity. And also, as x tends to x, your y will tend to mu minus x divided by sigma into root 2. From this equation, okay, if you substitute here minus infinity, your minus to minus will be plus infinity. So, you will get y is equal to plus infinity. So, okay, to change the limits, I'll repeat. In this equation, substitute x is equal to minus infinity, you will get y is equal to plus infinity. Similarly, you substitute x as x, your y will be this equation. We need this for rewriting the integration limits. Okay. I'll call this equation as 2, this as equation 3, and here this as equation 4. Substitute 3, 4 in equation 2. Okay. Here, therefore, your fx of x is equal to integration from minus infinity to x divided by sigma root 2 pi. I am rewriting once again so that it will be easy for us to understand. So, x minus mu divided by root 2 into sigma whole square. See, what was your second equation you had here? 2. If this goes into the bracket, inside the bracket, you need to write it as root 2. So, root sigma into root 2 whole square. So, that's the reason why I wrote this equation here once again. Now, it will be easy for us to do. So, what is that? When your limit is minus infinity, your y will go to plus infinity. So, change it to plus infinity. So, and when x is x, your y is mu minus x divided by sigma. So, I will write here mu minus x divided by sigma into root 2. So, then 1 divided by sigma root 2 pi, okay, into e power minus, what we have considered this term as, here see, you have here x minus sigma, but here we have mu minus sigma, therefore it will be minus of minus. So, here this is your y, so y square, and dx is minus sigma into root 2, that, or I have written it as root 2 into sigma into dy. Now further simplifying it, cancel out the common term sigma and sigma. Here root 2 into root pi, so root 2 and this root 2 will get cancelled. We will be left with root pi here. This is a simplified equation after cancelling the common terms. Now I'll change the limits and cancel out the negative symbol here. By changing the limits of integration, you will get negative symbol, right? So that negative into this negative will become positive. So I am writing it as here mu minus x divided by sigma root 2 plus infinity. Your answer will be 1 divided by root pi e power minus y square into dy. That is by interchanging the limits, yes, you'll get a negative sign. So that negative into negative will be positive. So now I'll rearrange this term as 1 by 2 into 2 by root pi from this mu minus x divided by sigma root 2 to plus infinity e power minus y square into dy. So this here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. This is nothing but 1 by root pi, and rewritten the same above equation. The term here that you have, this term, this can be replaced by the error function, or we call this the integration term here as error function. This integration is represented by error function. By error function. Error function ERFC, okay, of error function ERFC of mu minus x divided by sigma root 2. The term that you have lower limit will be written here. Since we have the error function of u is equal to 2 by root pi integration from u to infinity e power minus z square into dz. This is the general equation. Here you have the limit u, then it will be error function of variable u. Here we have this term here, integration, so it is error function of mu minus x divided by sigma root 2, which is equal to, see, our CDF is equal to 1 by 2 times error function of the variable mu minus x divided by sigma into root 2. Hence, root. Next question is, prove that area under the curve of PDF for Gaussian random variable is equal to unity. To prove that the area under the curve of PDF is equal to 1 is given by this equation, that is integration from minus infinity to infinity f of x into dx is equal to 1. For Gaussian random variable, the PDF equation is f of x is equal to 1 divided by sigma root 2 pi e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu divided by sigma whole square. We'll substitute it in the above equation. So let I is equal to the integration from minus infinity to infinity f of x into dx. Okay, let I represent this LHS of this equation. So now we'll put x minus mu divided by sigma is equal to y. So now we'll derive this with respect to y. Derivative of this x by sigma will be 1 by sigma into dx by dy, which is the minus derivative of minus mu by sigma is 0, which is equal to 1. Implies your dx is equal to sigma into dy. Okay, this is another important equation. Okay. So as x tends to plus infinity, y will also tend to plus infinity. As x tends to minus infinity, y also tends to minus infinity. We will substitute and rewrite this equation for I. I is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity 1 divided by sigma into root pi, that is e power minus y square by 2 into sigma into dy. the sigma and sigma will get cancelled, and I'm taking root 2 pi outside the integration limit. So minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus y square by 2 into dy. I wrote by changing. Now I multiply the equation 1 and 2, we get I into I is equal to the integration from minus infinity to infinity 1 divided by root 2 pi e power minus y square by 2 into dy, and also the second term integration from minus infinity to infinity 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2 into dz. So now this can be rewritten as 1 by root pi into root pi will be 1 by 2 pi double integration limits. I'll now can write it as two integrations together. Here I'll get e power minus y square by 2 into dy, and also e power minus z square by 2 into dz. So I can also rewrite again this equation as minus infinity to plus infinity integration from minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus y square plus z square whole divided by 2 into dy into dz. Okay, let us put y square plus z square is equal to r square, and phi is equal to tan inverse of y by z, which is equal to, or the dx dy dz is equal to r into dr d phi. This is from your mathematical basics. Okay, you derive it with respect to y and z, you'll get this equation. Okay, r into dr by dr into d phi. As r varies from 0 to infinity, phi varies from 0 to 2 phi. Okay, we'll get this after substituting the terms in the above equation. In this equation, replace this as r, you will get r square by 2. So what is dy into dz? R into dr d phi. Now again put r square by 2 is equal to t, implies r into dr is equal to dt. Okay, as r changes from 0, then t also changes to 0. When r is 0, t is also 0. When r is infinity, t is also infinity. So now we'll substitute in the above equation, that is I square is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration from 0 to 2 pi, I'll write first, then 0 to infinity d phi into e power minus t into dt. Okay, which is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi. I'm again rewriting. So 0 to 2 pi d phi into integration 0 to infinity e power minus t into dt. I'm just rearranging the terms. So what is the integration of d phi? It will be phi itself. Integration of 1 is phi itself. So 1 divided by 2 pi, we'll get the answer for this as phi, and the limits from 0 to 2 pi. And also the integration of this is e power minus infinity by minus 1. For this the integration limits is 0 to infinity. We get the answer 1 divided by 2 pi bracket, this is 2 pi into, we get e power minus infinity minus of e power 0 divided by minus 1. So the final answer is what? We get 1 by 2 pi into 2 pi is equal to 1. What we proved here is I square. I'll repeat once again. I just rearranged 1 by 2 pi. This terms I have rearranged 0 to 2 pi into d pi. Then again 0 to infinity, this e power minus t into dt. Okay, then first integrate, do the integration of this. You will get phi limits from 0 to 2 pi, and the integration of this is e power minus t to the power minus 1, limits from 0 to infinity. Substitute for phi, you will get in the limits here. For phi you will get 2 pi, and again here also you have to substitute the take the limit, apply the limit, you will get it your answer here. E power minus infinity is 0. If e power minus 0 is 1, so minus 1 by 1 will be 1. So we'll get only these two terms. So these two will get cancelled. What is your answer for I square? I square is I. Therefore I is equal to root 1, which is I is equal to 1. What is our we have considered I as the integration from minus infinity to infinity fx of x into dx. I is considered as this term, which is now equal to 0, hence proved. So next question is, for Gaussian distribution, derive the expression of mean and variance. Solution. So we know that for Gaussian distribution, our fx of x is equal to 1 divided by sigma root pi e power minus x minus mu by sigma 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 whole square into, so this is our equation for f of x. Okay, now we'll first find what is mean. Okay, mean is represented by mu x or e of x. We also know that e of x is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x into fx of x, which is into dx, which is equal to minus infinity to infinity x into 1 divided by sigma root 2 pi in e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu divided by sigma whole square into dx. This is e. Okay, here put x minus mu divided by sigma as y. You'll get x is equal to sigma y plus mu, or derive the expression with respect to y. You'll get dx is equal to sigma into dy. As x tends to minus infinity, y also tends to minus infinity. As x tends to plus infinity, y is also tending to plus infinity. Therefore e of x is equal to, substitute x as sigma y plus mu into 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi e power minus 1 by 2. Here this term is y square. What is dx? Dx is sigma into dy. Here the sigma and the sigma will get cancelled. I'll rewrite minus infinity to infinity sigma y plus mu. So 1 by root 2 pi I'll write here into e power minus y square by 2 into dy. So this can all be written as 1 by root 2 pi. I'll split this, the multiply and split, write it twice. Integration from minus infinity to plus infinity sigma y into e. So now here I have just split it up and written. So now we'll write, so the term that we have here, this term, whatever we have here, okay, this term will be 0, since integer is odd integer. Okay, here y power something, you have odd number, odd function is odd function, integer of odd function. Odd function, and integration is evaluated over symmetrical limits, and hence you will get here 1 divided by root 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity mu into e power minus y square by 2 into dy. Here this term is equating to 0, and because of odd function, the other term is even function, so we'll get here twice the integration limits from 0 to infinity, limits from 0 to infinity. Even function we'll have to write here twice, So we have 1 by root 2 pi integration 0 to infinity mu into e power minus y square by 2 into dy. The same term is written here. And then I'll consider this y square by 2 as t. So then y will be root 2 into t. Differentiate this with respect to dt. Dy by dt is equal to root 2 as it is. In derivative of root 2 is 1 by root 2 into root t. So we will get it as 1 by root 2 into t. Therefore dy is 1 divided by root 2 into t into dt. Substitute this here in the equation here. You will get y square by 2 as t minus t. Then dy is 1 divided by root 2 into t into dt. Cancel the terms here. 2 root 2 into root 2 is 2. So both these terms will get cancelled. You will get mu divided by root pi e power minus t divided by t into dt. The integration of this term is root pi. So we have to cancel. We will get the answer as mu. So the mean of an Poisson distribution is equal to what? Mu. Therefore, the mean for normal distribution or Gaussian distribution is equal to mu. Variance is given by equation sigma x square, which is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x minus mu whole square into fx of x into dx. Okay, this is also equal to what? Expectation of x minus mu whole square. Okay, so now I have written here expectation of x minus mu whole square is x minus mu whole square into fx into dx. So we know that minus infinity to infinity x minus mu whole square fx is what? 1 divided by sigma root 2 pi e power minus x minus mu divided by sigma whole square into dx. Here 1 by 2. So now here put x minus mu divided by sigma root 2 as y. Your dx will be is equal to sigma root 2 into dy. So x minus mu is equal to sigma into root 2 into y. Take this square, sigma minus mu whole square equal to sigma square into root 2 square is 2 and y square. Substitute in the above equation. Therefore, sigma x whole square is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity. For x minus this square is sigma square into 2 into y square. Okay, divided by sigma into root 2 pi. So e power, you'll get answer as minus y square into sigma root 2 into dy. So now sigma and sigma will get cancelled. So then here root 2 and root 2 will get cancelled. You'll be having the answer, that is minus infinity to infinity. So here cancel out the term. So this will be 2 sigma square by root pi and y square e power minus y square into dy. Here this function y is even function and integration limits are symmetric about the origin. Okay, so hence we can change the limits from minus infinity to as 0 to infinity and write here 2. So now what will get the answer here? That is 4 sigma square divided by root pi integration from 0 to infinity y square into e power minus y square into dy. So the standard relation that we have, that is integration. Okay, note the integration from 0 to infinity x power 2n into e power minus ax square into dx. We have the standard formula. Okay, what is that? 1 into 3 into 5 into so on up to 2n minus 1 whole divided by 2 power n plus 1 into a power n root pi by a. This is a standard integration formula which we have. So now in this case your n is 1, here n is 1 and your a is also 1. Therefore the sigma x square is equal to this is the formula that we have in integration. Okay, 0 to infinity x power 2n e power minus ax square into dx. In that case we'll get this answer. Here a is what, here n is what, 1. Okay, here a is also 1, therefore we'll get sigma x square is equal to 4 sigma square divided by root pi into 1 divided by 2 power 2 into 1. Okay, since n is 1, only first term we will be considering here, into what, root pi by 1. A is 1, so your answer will be 4 sigma square by root pi into 1 by 4 into root pi. So root pi and root pi will get cancelled, 4 and 4 will get cancelled, you will get sigma square. The variance of normal distribution is sigma square. Thank you. Here we complete the session.